You may have muted your microphone for that one, but you didn't mute mine. So I think that still came through of what we've just said there. So we'll go around some of the riders who are in this class as they're coming through now. So I'll just try and find the right piece of paper that I've got in front of me. I have many pieces of paper. Just try and find the grid order that we've got for this one.
I'll have a look myself.
Yeah, have a look on your phone, see what you can find.
Race number 3. Here we go.
Well, I've got the riders we've got in this. You've got the qualifying results, so I'll let you go ahead with qualifying results.
Why, thank you. Pole position is our double winner from Clay Pigeon, Mr. George Bowes. Dan Stevenson lines up alongside him. Ruby Booth will be in 3rd place, Mason Greasley in 4th. Joe Mostica, son of James, starts in 5th for this one. Thomas Bond will be in 6th. Joel Grieg in 7th alongside George Wood on the 4th row of the grid. Ollie Pearson and Charlie Pearson make up row 5. Brooke Champion, who took the win in the 110s, starts the first of the 110s here at Teesside in 11th position. George Bartle is alongside Brooke on row number 6. Hudson Cooper, Kieran Nelson are on the 7th row. Charlie Ward is 15th. Luca Wilkinson did not start qualifying. It'll be interesting to see if we see him out on the grid.
Obviously, again, this being one of the junior classes, a lot of the parents allowed onto the circuit to help out. So many high-vis that you can see there. They are very bright. The only thing I can see through there are cloudy windows in the commentary box. But as you can see, the lighters are lining up.
Yes, we have our number 11 there on the left-hand side of your shot, Dan Stevenson. He is in 2nd place for this one. We have our 3rd place, Ruby Booth, over his right shoulder. And directly behind him, Mason Greasley. The 2nd row of the grid, opting for the bright red wheels.
Yeah, so for anyone who needs a quick recap of what happened on the last round as well, the number 54, Thomas Bond in this class, really struggled with starting the actual race as he stalled a couple of times. Had to start from the back, but I say that he had a fantastic recovery ride, managing to get it all the way back up into 6th position, I believe, at Clay Pigeon.
Which is where he starts here.
Oh, well, there you go. So let's see how we can do from 6th position this time. So it was a great recovery ride he had on that one, getting through the field. So let's just see if he can do that again from 6th position, maybe potentially for a race win here.
Okay, we're getting ready to go here on the left-hand side of your shot. George Bowes on the right, Dan Stevenson, Ruby Booth and Mason Greasley in behind them.
So it looks like we are ready. Oh, as I think one of the bikes has stalled, it looks like the 5th place bike out there at the moment. And I think, is that Joe Mostica who stalled? I can't see a number. There's a bit too many people in the way. It might be the 21, actually. Well, it's green flags away, and we are going as some of the bikes really close up on each other through the first hairpin, through wide, through the first chicane.
Dan Stevenson did not get away very well. He slowed up a number of bikes, but they're all racing now, about these 2 we've got left on the grid.
So yeah, a couple of stallers there. Unfortunate, it's 3 stallers. There's a big wheelie there from one of the bikes as he gets going, but managing to do it. Obviously, 3 of the novice riders out there being in the yellow high vis out there, but cracking wheelie from that rider.
Yes, we head now to the back up the hill where we pick up our race leader, George Bowes. Coming down the hill on the number 67 bike. Behind him, Ruby Booth on the 86 being challenged by Dan Stevenson, who did get away quite slowly. Ruby up into 2nd place from 3rd.
Yeah, not ideal there for the number 11, Daniel Stevenson, as they go now into the first of the hairpins. Now the 2nd hairpin there as they go through into the back chicane, and we'll go into the stadium section for the first time. But these riders still very close at the front. Now the number 11 not letting that rider get away with Ruby Booth. They're still very close. They are for 2nd position as they're going into the heavy braking zone of hairpin number 3. Riders managing to get round at the moment. As my co-commentator is sneezing a lot next to me. Is the pollen getting to you, Jacob?
Yes, it's been a while since hay fever has affected me, given that it's been winter.
Yellow flags out in the first sector, and I think that's due to one of the bikes who stalled on the grid. It's not managed to get away, so that's quite unfortunate. I can't see the number from here, who that is. So, but yeah, yellow flags out in the first sector here. Now across the line, George Bowles is still your race leader at the moment on the 67, followed by Stevenson and Booth as they cross the line. Thomas Bond in the 54 going up 2 positions into 4th place, with Joel Green in 5th place. And your top 5 at the moment as we're going on to the back straight now into the chicane and into the heavy braking zone. There's Bowles with the 86 for company. That's Ruby Booth. So Bowles looking down the inside, can't quite do it.
It's Tom Bond.
It is Bond, yeah, sorry. It is Bond, yeah, sorry. So it's Bond going down the inside there of Bowles. So, yeah, getting confused with my numbers and riders there again. Quite difficult with the amount of riders that we do have for this championship. There are many to try and get through. But we're now at the end of lap number 8, I believe, or lap 7. So
2. There's 7 laps remaining.
Oh, there is 7 laps remaining, yes.
So
it's very hot today. It is very hot in this comms box at the moment.
Take 5 if you want, Anthony.
Yeah.
I'll pick things up. George Bowes still has a comprehensive lead as we come to the end of the first lap of this one. He crosses the line just now. He's got a 1 second advantage over Dan Stevenson, who sets the fastest lap by nearly a second and a half. Ruby Booth holds 3rd. Joel Grieg has managed to get up ahead of Tom Bond into 4th place. Thomas in 5th, Joe Mostica is in 6th, Mason Greasy 7th, George Wood in 8th as we follow the pack from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Great battling from them, our leaders, just ahead of this lot here as we follow Ruby into the fast right and left-hander as they turn to go up the hill.
Yeah, they're going around turn 4 now again onto the back straight. There's still Bowes and Stevenson way off in the lead. This is 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th that we're looking at here. And there's the 86 and 27 side by side.
Yes, Ruby Booth has lost out going up the hill. She's dropped 2 places in that part of the lap as we've got 2 riders now ahead of her. Oh, have we got 2 86s, Anthony?
Maybe. Again, it wouldn't be helpful if we did, but if we do, that could possibly be the reason why we're getting slightly confused here. But yeah, Ruby Booth there really struggling there on the 86. I think there was a missed gear out of that corner. I can say that if you are in the wrong gear as you go through that part of the circuit, you are going to be destroyed on the straight into the chicanes.
Absolutely. Well, we'll get confirmation as they come over the start-finish line at the end of lap number 2. George Bowes still holds his lead, but it's very close now between him and Daniel Stevenson. That's who we're picking up here, the 11 bike of Stevenson challenging for the lead as we come down into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, just 3/10 between these 2 riders, so very close compared to the 6-second gap that they've got from 3rd place. So this is Stevenson on the back of Bowes. They're going through turns 3 and 4 up the hill now. Must remember to be in the right gear for this as they go round now through that bumpy corner onto the back straight. Slight wobble there from Bowes as he gets going, and it looks like Stevenson's got a better run as they go into the chicanes. No, he doesn't, so he doesn't have the momentum as they go into the chicanes. Heavy braking now down a couple of gears into the first of the hairpin, holding it tight to the apex. Looks like Stevenson runs slightly wide there, manages to keep it going. There's some nice shorts being sported out there on the track as well, as Bowes again hugging it very close to the apex there, trying to keep it tight, trying not to give Stevenson any room for manoeuvre to get round as we go into stadium section now. Very fast sweeper this one. And then bringing the bike up right under braking. Is that Stevenson down the inside? No, it isn't. So he tries to go for a move, or is he? Does he do it? No, he doesn't again. He swaps back, so it looks like Bowes had gone wide, but it got the later apex, managed to get on the power earlier. But then they are side by side across the line. It is Stevenson around the outside across the line. Stevenson takes the lead as they cross the line at the end of a lap, or going with 4 laps remaining now. So Stevenson takes the lead from George Bowes as they go round now turn 1 into turn 2.
Fantastic move there from Dan Stevenson. He was very close, as we have another challenge doing.
Oh, and it looks like he got very wobbly under braking there. I think maybe the front end got away from him. I'm not sure as George Bowes goes down. He did. Bowes has gone down at turn number 2. So I could see the bike there really squirreling under braking. It looked like he was missed the brakes, and I think a red flag has come out. And I believe that is due to the incident at turn number 2. Now it looked like it was potentially George Bowes involved there, just under the braking. Looked like he was holding the brake a bit too hard as he was going into the corner, and the bumps played dividends there in turn 2.
Yes, it's very bumpy going down into turn 2 here at Teesside. Unfortunately for George Bowes, he's fallen foul of that as the riders come back to the start. You see there.
So yeah, very unfortunate. Obviously, another red flag with 4 laps to go of the junior SM90 Bambinos and Mini GP 110s. Now you see the riders being stopped there on the start-finish line, getting some few words of wisdom. Is the 998 bike.
It's a fantastic race up until that point, Anthony.
It was indeed, yeah, of course, yeah. We did see, again, a position change for the lead. Obviously, that was Stevenson who got in front of Bowes, and I think Bowes, being the very eager rider he is, trying to just get it on the braking into turn 2, but of course turn 2 is definitely not the one that you want to do it under brakes, purely just due to the fact that it is so bumpy. So very difficult moment there for Bowser, as he's obviously just lost the front end of the bike and it's just gone away from him into turn 2.
Yeah, further behind him, Joel Grieg had worked his way up into 3rd place ahead of that battle, which included Thomas Bond in 4th and Ruby Booth 5th. Joe Mustiker was 6th and Mason Greasy 7th the last time they went over the line.
Yeah, so with 4 laps remaining of the race, so with the incident involving George Bowes at turn 2 just being sorted out now, the riders are on the start-finish straight. I would say there was probably more people in high vis there than riders. Would you say that?
They may well be.
I'll leave you to counting. I'm really bad at maths, especially in this heat as well.
Yeah, you struggle with the number of laps remaining.
Yes, I do struggle with the number of laps remaining. Yeah, so it's me trying to do it. I think that's we're 7 laps in, but no, we're actually 4 laps in, or 4 laps remaining. So I'm still getting confused with it. There we go.
One of the dads there looking like he's waving at the camera.
There you go. Yeah.
I think they're waving to the fans sat next to the camera.
There we go.
Loving that. Good to see there. Who is that we've got? Can't quite see the number.
Well, the 54 is just in front of him. And I think that's Charlie, actually. It's Charlie Ward on the 127 bike, I believe, who was waving us there in the black leathers and a black helmet. He must be absolutely boiling there.
I'd imagine so. Tom Bond in the 54 being wheeled out of the way. And the number 28 of Mason Greasley has come to the front of the picture now. It's as if they're fighting to be in shot there, actually.
It is, yeah. Fighting for camera action. There we go. Looks like they're going for a regrid. And that man is not just wearing a high-vis jacket, he's wearing high-vis trainers as well.
Gotta love those trainers.
They are very bright. I don't think he can hear us. Even over the PA system, those bikes are so loud. If our cameraman's going to zoom in on that particular gentleman, yeah, with those striking shoes.
You'd look nice in a pair of those, Anthony.
Maybe.
I could see you sporting some lime green sneakers.
Yeah, could you? Maybe.
Strolling around Aberystwyth town?
I don't think so. Maybe if I was very...
maybe next season.
Maybe next year, yeah. Next season, check me out, I'll be in those trainers.
Well, I meant fashion season.
Oh, next fashion season. Yeah. Oh, well.
We're not talking about motorbikes now, we're talking fashion.
We're talking fashion, yeah, we are. But we shouldn't be talking about fashion, we should be talking about the bikes on the grid.
Forget your autumn collection. Let's talk about the bikes.
So you run down with your front row, you've got the 11 and 86, and that's Ruby Booth and Stevenson on the front row. And then there's Thomas Bond in 3rd position on the 54, so there's the top 3 at the moment.
We are going to get this race back underway, so those of you watching at home, please make sure you are liking, commenting and sharing the stream. Alpha Live are providing live streaming for all the rounds at BMB this year, and indeed if you are here at the track, watching this racing, let other people in on the action. Share it on your phones, share it on your laptops, share it on your iPads. Tell people who's racing, tell them when to race, what to watch, and get as many viewers in as you can. I'm sure the sponsors of all these riders will love that. We are not getting going again.
By the looks of it, no. I can see riders with helmets off the bikes and bikes being pulled in. So I think we are going to end the Junior SM90 race there, meaning Daniel Stevenson's is the winner from that race with, of course, whoever is second.